Cartier's the watch. Cartier, look, Cartier's. Cartier, spec buffalo on the side. Prison cut diamonds, they cut.
Well, the summer humidity has abated, the roof is open, and it's time for football at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 with the 22-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To the air with McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Up, 70 range. 70 range. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Second and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now they'll audible to something else.
19 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And that right there is what they're going to need to do, because this is not an elite unit. They've got to keep everything in front of them, rally up and make plays, what a lot of defensive coordinators call top-down defense. Don't give up anything behind you.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They'll mark him short of the goal line.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll try to run this one in. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Shoots by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's complete. It's Jalen Noel.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
At the 48-yard line.
They go play action here on first down.
And that is incomplete. The Texans still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic one, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
On second down, they'll run it here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Ready. Tracking 60, 70 range. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Jonathan Grenard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go now.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Minnesota.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, Dragon 60, 60 each.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down and 4.
18, Pioneer. 70, 60, Bisons. 19, Lion.
He'll drop to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Warrior 70. Ready.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
Set. 70, Lion. Ready, ready.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Jamison Williams,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
McCarthy off the play fake.
He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Felton
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more power rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about
Cougar 19.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The
Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cowboy 80. Here we go. 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Taking a shot for Dell here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now an audible here into something else. They'll look to throw again. And guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. taken at about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that point.
So the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 8. Open man, that's Felton.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
It's out. It's loose.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this 3rd quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with the pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Got it. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy. Now a on here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, that one well designed as we take this down to the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game. And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And now they'll shift things around.
9-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now, and just his first 3 carries.
10 at the 40-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Corey. 70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Dragon 60.
They'll set up a throw.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
He'll try and do this himself. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. An audible here to get a new look.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On play action, McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
1st down, Minnesota.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Vikings could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Vikings 27, Texans 17.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 7, 18, Rattler, 8, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Texans 24.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This is 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, set. Buffalo leading.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road,